We're back with Once Forgiven, Now Free. Hope you all had a time to take a pee break. I prefer to do my video responses this way, even if it gets into being a little bit long, because I like to talk about everything that they go through, and I'm lazy on editing and so on and so forth. Plus, I don't want to be able to be ever accused of, well, you took it out of context, or you took only a chunk of my thing. See, doing it this way, I can't be accused of that. Please continue. I backed up just a little bit so that it is a bit of a carryover, and we'll be able to continue. All right, here we go.
That way, we all intuitively know that societies are not free to determine what morality is. Let's watch the next objection.
If it was otherwise, then moralities would all be the same throughout the existence of mankind, as well as mimicked completely in its entirety all over the globe. There would have been no moral issues with, we'd all be stoning people to death or not. It would be all or none. And it would be viewed the same way all over the world. Like I said, the Jesus freak, where's your slave? It used to be morally acceptable. Now, your social upbringing says otherwise, not the Bible.
Okay, so in this part, the objection was that if morality was objective, we'd all agree on it, right? We'd either there would never be any disagreements, and we'd all have the same morality. Either we'd all be stoning people, or we all wouldn't. But that's just a misconception of what objective morality means. Objective morality means
No, it's not, and you failed to demonstrate how they're different.
that there is a right way and there is a wrong way. It doesn't mean that everyone will agree on that.
Yes, it would. See, that's the whole concept when we're talking about an objective morality that was placed down by a super omnipotent deity. That there is no questioning. You see, because we are actually be able to make our moral decisions on what our actual experiences are and what we are taught and how we feel and perceive the world around us. Okay? So, this is actually evident all around you, and you close your eyes to that, and I don't understand why. You also don't even respond to the part where I was talking about the thing with slaves. Here's the thing. Do you not have a slave because you feel that it is wrong, or because your Bible told you not to? You see, again, God is unchanging. He actually tells how to treat slaves. Okay? He tells what they sell for and so on and so forth. Please do not try the whole thing with Jesus and the New Testament and stuff like that, because Jesus doesn't talk about slaves should be let go now. Again, he says, I am not here to abolish the old laws, I am here to enforce them. That being said, would you say that slavery is wrong? I would bet that you would not only say that, or if you don't say it, you actually feel that it is wrong, even though God endorsed it. This would be another example of your social. You see, I'm actually giving examples of it. You can't. And again, it's not addressed that why is moralities, what people conceive as right and wrong, changing over time as to how to treat people, how we should behave to situations, how our reactions should be, what is going to be more beneficial to us as a whole, as a society. The reason that we don't stone people to death anymore, or have slaves anymore, is because it is the wrong thing to do. But if it was an objective morality placed down by a God, why are there still places in the world that still do have slaves, that still do stone people? We're not witnessing that all over the world. Now, you could actually say, like with the what is that, the Sharia law or whatever. I don't remember the name of it exactly, but that Muslim law where there was a thing, and I even posted it on my channel about Muslims stoning some women to death. Muslim extremists, stoning to death. They feel it is the right thing to do. That is what their morals are saying. See, again, this would be an outsider's perception of it that would say that it's wrong. They don't see it that way. If morality was an objective, not subjective, then we would all, including them, agree that stoning them to death would be wrong. But that is not what we actually observe and witness, is it? Continuing.
It just means that if people disagree on it, someone's going to be wrong. They're not both right, because morality is not subjective. It's
No. You're right. But here's something that you don't really realize. We can both disagree and both be wrong. And we can also agree. We can agree and both be wrong. We can disagree and both be wrong. We can disagree and both be right. And we can agree and both be right. You see, the thing is that it's all based on one's perceptions. What is right for me may not be right for you. And vice versa. What we can both agree on could be wrong to other people. Why is that? Well, the only logical solution for that is morality is subjective and based on one's experiences, on how they perceive what is right and what is wrong. And you don't seem to have a grasp on that when we're talking about it in an intellectual debate. But the interesting thing is, what I'm talking about is what you actually practice. You don't even realize it, but you'll put a God label on it. But even just by putting a label on it, saying that it's given by God, doesn't change the actual fact that your practice of your morality is based on your social upbringing, your environment, and your experiences as to what is right and wrong. You thought that the stuff with Nazi Germany and stuff was wrong because that's what you were taught. According to the Bible, get rid of the Jews. Where was it that it was talking about how the Jews would be, well, getting their ass kicked? I'm going to look that up. And it all has to go back to something with, I don't know, the crucifixion and stuff, and them not accepting Jesus. I mean, morally, going by the Bible, the Jews got what was coming to them. But you disagree. Which means that your moralities are going against your own God. Continue. Oh, crap! This is going to be a three-part. I'm only about halfway through his video. But that's okay. I don't mind. It's my channel. View it if you like. Or ignore it. Continuing.